Hey guys. Okay, this experience happened back one, two, about 4, 5, 6 years ago, and the ET experience where I saw ETs, but I gotta explain it to you because it's crazy, really crazy. And this happened in Wisley, Ontario. I lived there for about 2.5 years. Had a lot of experiences with ETs, totally unconscious. This one was, I was awake and saw them, not physically, but I saw them physically. So it's hard to explain. I don't understand really what went on, but anyway, this is what happened. So I'll give you the layout first. So I lived in Wisley. I was working there at a organic vegetable, fruit and vegetable store, and we were out doing deliveries all day. And that was my job, but I was with my boss. We were doing deliveries. I lived at the house, so we had all the time in the world to do whatever we were doing, and we're driving back, and it's like 10 o'clock, and I started feeling the ETs as I'm driving. It's 10 o'clock at night, 10:30, and we're almost at home. This is out in the country, by the way, which is better. And we pull into the house, pull in the driveway, get out, we unload the truck, and I'm feeling the ETs staring down at me from the sky, really good, like 100%. I know it. I know they're there. So I run in the house and I grab my mag light, and it's dark. It's pitch black, almost. I mean, we have a floodlight for the driveway where we can load and unload in the store the vegetables and deliveries and stuff. Anyway, in the store we had all vegetables and fruits sitting open out for people to come in and buy them. It was just a little store. It wasn't like a huge store. It was just a little farmer's store, right? And we unloaded the truck. I went in, I got the mag light, my boss was there. She saw me, she goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, SOS in the sky. I'm pointing I took the mag light, and I could feel them staring at me, but there was nothing in the sky, right? But I could feel them, they're right there. So I take the mag light, and I'm SOS, turning it on and off, pointing it at the spot where I'm feeling them. SOS, SOS. I don't know why I say SOS. It's just, universal SOS with your light. You know how you're at the lake at the middle of the night and you're on the beach having a campfire, and then like 10 miles away you can see another campfire, then you take your light and you flash it, SOS, SOS. And then people 10 miles away flash the light back at you. That's what it's like. I was hoping for something like that. That's what I do, right? And nothing happened. So anyway, my boss says, "Well, we can't sit out here and flash." My boss, she believes in me, right? She believes what I say is true, but she don't put too much credit. Like, really, Rich, there's a UFO over the house. I'm going, "They're right there, man. They're staring at us right now," and I'm SOSing in the spot. So she goes, "Okay, enough of this bullshit. We got work to do, and I want to go to bed." So it's like 11 o'clock now. So I'm out there SOSing. I get done. I'm like, "Oh well." So I gotta work. So I have to do the cash. She's in the house doing something else, and so I go in the store. It's 11 o'clock now, going after 11:30, and I'm doing the cash. And what I gotta do is, everybody who bought something, I gotta read out the total and add it all up and all this crap for the day. And it's a lot of work. It takes like a half an hour to do it. Anyway, I don't know why she does it that way, but whatever. I don't know. And so I'm standing there, and I'm still feeling the ETs, right? But there's nothing I can do. I mean, and then I stop. I go out, and I look around, make sure there's nothing going on, because I got my camera with me. I have my camera all ready to film these guys. And I'm like, "God, nothing here, nothing yet." So I go back in, And I'd rather be outside waiting to get beamed up than doing this, so I'm kind of pissed off. But I put it out, I put the ETs out of my mind. They're always there, they're going to do what they're going to do. And that's the kind of mind frame I have to go to just to do the job, because I'd rather be doing other things. Anyway, I'm doing the job, adding up all this crap in the till, and receipts and stuff. And I'm sort of like in a trance, right? Not necessarily a trance, I'm zoned out, I'm just focusing on that. It's all quiet, all you can hear is crickets and night bugs and stuff. And the door's wide open in front of me. The door's wide open in front of me. And we have a garage door next to the main door that opens up into the stores there. So I think it's open too. I can't remember. No, it was closed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was closed. But anyway, yeah, because the bugs and raccoons will get in there and eat everything, right? So we keep it closed at night. And so it's closed, but the main door is open. So I'm sitting there, I'm just typing like this. Typing, writing, and taking things and sticking them where they gotta be. And I'm totally zoned out. It's 11 o'clock, I'm tired, I've been driving all day. So you're in that, that kind of half asleep state. So I'm doing that, I'm typing everything, and all of a sudden, in my peripheral vision, I see 4 ETs walking the door. Not necessarily walking the door, they just came in, sort of like here, to my left, and the food and vegetables were there. They came in, 4 of them. Now, when I'm looking at them, they look like ghosts. They had like, they weren't, oh my God, like you're looking at me, or someone else, totally conscious. They were like ghosts. They were ghosts. And they had like sparkly outline. Like, see the outline of my body? Imagine it all sparkles with some distortion in between, a clear distortion, like rubbery distortion with sparkles, like a thin line of sparkles around. And you could almost make it out, but you couldn't really, but you could. But anyway, my peripheral vision, I'm seeing them. And I see one ET, I think he runs up and he looks at me. He looks at me for a second, like that. And then he turns around and he runs over, and I'm watching him, and I haven't moved my head, I'm still working. He runs over to the vegetables, he grabs a vegetable, picks it up, and looks at it, and he goes, and he put it back down, then he ran over and grabbed another one, and he's looking at these vegetables. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't make this up. And there's 3 or 4 of them doing it. Some of them went back on the other side of the back behind me, but there was at least 2 that I was watching out of my peripheral vision here. Now when he picked the vegetable up, he didn't actually pick up the vegetable, okay? He didn't pick it up in reality, but he picked it up and he looked at it in the spirit world. I call it spirit world. To me, they're spirits, okay? They all look the same. They're all roughly around the same size. They all have big heads and the big egg eyes. And I'm like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And I'm feeling the ETs staring at me from the sky. And here's 4 of them, ghosts, running around in the store. And I'm watching, and I ain't making this up in my head. I'm watching action taking place, just like you're watching somebody at your peripheral vision. It's the same thing. Your brain is going, holy shit, he just looked at me, sort of thing like that. And he runs over, he picks up the vegetable, he's looking around, and that's what they do in the store. They just run around the store looking at all the different things. And then, after about, it seemed like, I don't know, 4 minutes, or maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Like, they'd all disappear for a minute, and then they'd come back, and they were running around, checking things out, and then they'd disappear, and then they'd come back, and they were running around. But I was working. I didn't want to look, because I knew in my head, I'm seeing them now. Don't alter what you're doing. Right? So if I was to look at them, they would all disappear, because I'm looking at them directly. But in your peripheral vision, you can see. So you just stay on what you're doing. Take no action. Pretend they're not there. And I just kept, that's what I did. When I saw them come in, I'm like, okay, ghosts are here. Like, I've dealt with ghosts in my life. I've accepted it. I totally own it. But ET's staring at you, and all of a sudden there's 4 of them running around in your house, in your store, and they're looking at your vegetables like, what is this? You know, like a tomato. Wow, looking at it. But they're not picking anything up. So I just stayed focused on what I was doing. Didn't alter my pattern, my visual patterns or whatever. And I'm just looking at them. They ran around the store for a couple minutes. My boss was in the house. I think they went outside and they were running around outside too, around the store. Because the store is basically a little garage. Anyway, they went away, they didn't come back, so I went out and I got done. I got done what I was doing. I went outside, I looked. Just after they stopped running around in the store, I noticed they weren't running around anymore. So I went outside, I'm done work. I looked up in the sky. I turned off the floodlight. I'm looking in the sky. I didn't see nothing. But I could still feel them. Now, I'm like, what the hell just happened? And then I got this download. The download is just your soul giving you an answer to the question you asked. And that was, what they do, the ETs, and it's trial and error. I figured this out over time, including my own experiences with astral traveling. When you astral travel, you can run around and look at everything, pretend it's there. Or, also, when you're in an illusion, dream space, you can actually go up to something in spirit, pick it up, and drink it, and taste it. But from the reality, from the illusion perspective, where you are in the physical, the cup didn't move. Now, I could sit there in an astral state, in an astral body, walk up to you, walk up to beside you, sitting at the computer, watching me right now. I can walk up beside you, grab your coffee, take a drink, and you don't see nothing. Or maybe you do, right? But that's the difference between the two, okay? The spirit world and the physical. You don't see nothing move. But in my world, where I am, in the spirit world, I can walk up beside you, take your coffee and drink it. But I actually don't take your coffee. But in the other world, I take your coffee and drink it. And it's just as fucking real. That's what people don't get when I try to explain this stuff, man. Anyway, that's what I do when I'm astral traveling. Now the ETs, they come in a physical ship. Maybe not. Maybe it's a spirit ship. I don't know. But either way, they can manipulate this reality. I feel it on a spirit level. I feel them in the ship. My inner light, my soul hooks up to them, and they hook up to me, and we talk, soul to soul. Physical Richard goes, holy shit, what am I feeling? It's the ETs. They come to play. I'm out there doing the SOS. Maybe that to them was a signal to come on down and check it out. Check out where I'm working. And that's exactly what they did. I didn't even know it. I knew the ETs were there, but I didn't know they were going to come in and start running around the store checking out the fruit. And the reason I know they weren't there physically was because they were when Buddy picked up the fruit, or the veggie, or whatever it was he was looking at, he's looking at it like, what the hell is this? They eat this thing? That's what he was doing. That's what he was looking at. He's looking at the fruit going, what the fuck? They eat this stuff? Right. That's what I was getting off him. And I'm looking at it. He's right there, 5-6 feet away from me, doing it. And I'm like, and that's what they were doing, man. I was watching. To me, to make it simple for my brain to understand, they left their bodies. Okay, I know they're physical. I know they can be physical. Now, if the ship is cloaked above me, I can't see it, right? It's cloaked. Now, is it physical, cloaked, or is it out of phase of time, space of this reality? I don't know, man. But I do know they came down. Were they out of phase with time-space reality, or did they leave their bodies and come down and check out the reality here? So basically, to me, it was the kids of the spaceship. To me, I don't know, they were running around checking out everything like they didn't know what it was. Like, wow, wow, wow. So it's like we were flying around in this ship, we leave our bodies and come down and play with Rich for a while. And that happens all the time. All the time with the ETs, my ETs anyway. Well, not my ETs, but you know, the ones that contact me. They do this all the time. And I've had encounters like this, but I caught this one real good. And they do it all the time. But us, we never catch it. We feel something. We feel it all the time. But we never catch it here. Today, when I was at this job, when I'm doing that, I was zoned out, tired from driving, tired from working, and it was 11:30 late at night, and I'm really tired. I felt the ETs before I even went into the store. I felt the ETs staring at me when I was driving the car, so I knew they were watching consciously. And I could feel them in my heart, right here. The all-seeing eye. Your heart. So I knew I was hooking up to them, because I had enough experiences to know that. Hundreds of experiences to know that. Then, as I'm zoned out working, I totally forgot about them. And come in the store. They come in the store and they're checking the whole place out. One came up and stared at me. Then he ran over and looked at the damn vegetables. And I'm like, oh, right. I wasn't scared. It was more interesting than anything else. And the whole feeling was they were just playing, running around. Like you're in a candy store, looking at cookies and candy. That's what it felt like they were doing. It's like mom and the whole feeling, I'm not saying this is true, but it was like the people that were flying the ship said, go play. You got 20 minutes, go play. Yeah, they come down, they ran around the store. That's what it was like. Exactly what it was like. So, that's another ET experience I had. Now, I didn't see the ship, and I didn't see them, but I felt the whole thing. And that is the key. That's the key. You gotta feel it. Then, it'll manifest for you. But you gotta know, when the ETs are around, and they're looking at you, and you're feeling it, you'll know it, because it feels like nothing else. Like, it'll blow your mind. But, yeah, feel it. I felt it. Then, totally unexpected, they come running in the store. And they were like ghosts checking on everything. Which totally choreographs into my life what I do when I'm in the spirit world. So, I don't know. It's another ET experience I had. And pretty awesome. Now, if it wasn't for all the guns and stuff down here, they could have landed the ship, walked in physically. Right? How hard is it to catch them when on camera? Right? They're cloaking, they're out of phase, they're cloaking. And for me to have the ETs running around, the ETs would come into my apartment, my place where I'm living all my life, but I never saw the whole thing happen like I did this night. And I got more of this, more examples of this. I've already posted, I think. The scenario is the same type, where one ET comes into my place where I moved into, and she was dressed as a cop. The ET was dressed as a cop. She was walking in, and I was dreaming, and I'm looking at her like a cop, and she's checking out the place. That was another one. There's a bunch more I gotta make, but I have to remember them. There's so many. All right, later, guys.